honey. I just wanted to remind you that Juliet's dance recital is this weekend, and she really wanted you to come and see her. It'll be the first time that she's on a recital as the lead dancer, and she's so looking forward to showing you everything she's learned. I just didn't know if you'd asked your boss yet to take the day off of work. I know that you have to work overtime sometimes, but she is your daughter, and she would love for her dad to see her dancing.
Oh, is that this weekend?
Yes, it starts at about 6 p.m., so it's not until the evening, so if you have any work that you need to do during the day, you should have plenty of time to do it. Is that okay?
Well, actually,
What? What is it?
look, I hate to do this, but I had no clue that it was Juliet's dance recital this weekend, so I agreed to go on a business trip for the company. It'll last all weekend.
What? But I've been telling you about this recital for weeks now. Juliet's been telling you every chance she's got. She's even been practicing for you. You can't not come to it. Is there nothing you can do to come? Surely you can rearrange the meeting or do it on Zoom or something? Or maybe you could get a coworker to go in your place? You just really need to be at your daughter's recital, Darren, as her father.
Look, there's nothing I can do to change it now. I forgot that the recital was this weekend, so I said I could go on this trip. You can't just ask me to change all of these plans last minute. It's simply not possible.
So that's it then? You're just going to abandon your daughter in one of the most important moments of her life?
There's nothing else that I can do.
Fine then. I hope your business trip is worth it. You can break the news to your daughter about why you won't be coming to watch her dance. I'm not going to be the one who disappoints her on your behalf again.
Lily.
Nope. If you want to put work before your own daughter, then you need to be the one to tell her that you're doing that.
Fine, I will.
Great. I'm guessing you won't be home for dinner tonight? Again?
It's likely I won't be.
Yeah, I figured as much. Which is why I've only cooked enough for me and Juliet anyway.
Jeez, you make it sound like I'm being a terrible father or something. I'm the one at work here.
You do realize that I work 8 to 4 every day, and then, after that, I look after Juliet for the rest of that time. I talk with her, do fun activities with her, help her with her homework, and just generally be her mom, which I love doing. It's a lot harder than just sitting in an office and then saying that you can't be bothered to make your daughter's dance recital simply because you'd rather go on a business trip.
You know what, Lily? Whatever. I'm doing what's best for my family so that we can have money to live off of.
We've got plenty of money. What Juliet doesn't have is a father. She hardly knows you. Don't you want to spend time with your daughter?
Look, looking after a child is just something I haven't got time for at the minute. That's all it is. My work is very important, so it needs my attention.
Okay, fine. But don't say I didn't warn you when Juliet is suddenly 18 years old and moving out to live on her own at college. The years will fly by, and before you know it, you'll have missed all of the important moments in your daughter's life.
Enough with the mushy rubbish. She's 5. I hardly think she's going to be going out to become a doctor or whatever anytime soon. Now, if you don't mind, you've distracted me from my work long enough.
Very well. I guess I'll see you when I see you.
Hey babe, sorry I'm not in today. I just needed a day off to get ready for our weekend away. Are you all ready?
Oh, definitely. You have no idea how much I've been looking forward to this weekend. We're going to have a very fun time.
Oh, I can't wait. You've not had any trouble convincing your wife where you're going, have you?
No, she's too stupid to figure it out. She thinks that I'm just going on a business trip. She even tried to guilt me into staying by saying that it's Juliet's dance recital this weekend. But honestly, it was either stay and watch a bunch of 5-year-olds, stumble around on stage, or go to a luxury, all-inclusive hotel with you for a weekend getaway. Which one sounds like the best option here, huh?
Well, I'm glad you chose right. Otherwise, I'd have been very upset if I had to go on my own.
Oh, I would have missed this weekend away for the world.
Good to know. I've got to get back to shopping, but I'll see you soon. Tonight, maybe?
Yeah, I told Lily that I'll be working overtime, so I've got a good cover.
Great. Just come on round when you're ready. You know where I live.
I'll be there soon.
Hello, is this Mr. Sinclair?
Yes, this is him. Who, might I ask, is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Lily Jacobs, Darren Jacobs' wife. He works for you. We met at the Christmas party.
Oh, yes, of course, Lily. How may I help you?
Oh, well, I was just wondering if you'd be able to send someone else away on the business trip this weekend. I know Darren is an important member of your team and everything, and that you trust him a lot, if the number of business trips he's been sent on is anything to indicate, but he needs to spend time with his family as well. And at the minute, he's too focused on impressing you that he's neglecting us. I know it's a lot to ask on such short notice, but it's his daughter's dance recital this weekend, and I was hoping you could give someone else the job of going on the business trip so that Darren could come and see it. Is there any way that's possible at all?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Jacobs, but I'm not quite sure I'm following you. Did you say that Darren's going away on a business trip this weekend?
Yes, that's right. He told me it was an important meeting that he had to go to.
I'm sorry to say this, but I've not scheduled any business trips for anyone. In fact, the last business trip was 5 months ago, and Darren definitely wasn't on it. We rarely travel too far now, only if the deal really needs to be done in person. Otherwise, we just use Zoom to do all of our meetings.
Hang on, let me get this straight. Darren isn't and hasn't been going on business trips all this time?
I'm afraid not. At least not for my company.
What about the overtime? Surely you've been asking him to do that?
Well, when we have some, sure, but we haven't had any overtime available for the last few months. We're pretty much all caught up with our work, so nobody's required to work overtime to catch up with anything.
I see. Well then, I'm sorry to disturb you so late, sir. I'll be going now. Thank you for humoring me. It's helped me realize quite a few things.
You're more than welcome. I'm just sorry I wasn't able to give you the news you were hoping for.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
Well, if this helps you any, I've seen him getting quite friendly with his secretary at work. A woman called Vanessa. I was gonna admonish him about it, actually, as it's not a proper workplace relationship and it's causing a distraction more than anything.
Vanessa?
Yes, that's right.
Well, thank you for your help, Mr. Sinclair.
It's okay. I hope you're able to sort things out for the better, for yourself and for your daughter.
I'll think of something. Thank you.
Okay, Lily, I'm heading off on my business trip now. You weren't at home, so I couldn't say goodbye, but I don't have the time to wait around.
Yes, I was busy taking Juliet to school.
Oh well, I'm off then. I won't be back for a few days.
Uh-huh, that's fine.
Really? Well, okay then. And you're sure you don't mind?
Not in the slightest.
Well then, I'll see you in a few days. Hey, Lily, is everything okay? You didn't message me the whole time I was away, and you didn't respond to my messages, so I didn't know if something had happened. I'll be home soon, so... How was Juliet's recital? Did she do well? Lily?
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, of course it's me. Who else would it be? Is everything okay? You seem a bit off.
Yes, well, I'm a bit busy at the moment. I don't have time to talk.
Oh, okay, no problem then. I guess I'll talk to you when I get home.
Uh-huh.
See you soon. Lily, I don't want you to panic, but I might be in a little trouble at work.
Oh, how come?
My boss, Mr. Sinclair, has just messaged me saying that he wants to talk to me tomorrow at work over my conduct in the office. He said that things had come to his attention that seriously needed to be addressed concerning me and one of the other workers in my office.
Well, surely it's nothing too serious. I'm sure he won't spend too much time talking with you.
You think?
I don't know. I'm just guessing. You'll have to see what he says tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm just pulling up to the house now, so I'll see you in a second. Lily, what's happened? What's going on? Where's all yours and Juliet's stuff? Why's the house basically been cleaned out? All that's left are the things that I own. How come? Lily, answer me right now.
Oh, well, you see, I know what you've been doing. What your so-called business trip this weekend actually was.
Uh-huh.
You've been caught, Darren, and it doesn't look like things are going to be working out for you.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're on about.
You can drop the act now. I know that you've been cheating on me with your secretary, Vanessa, and that it's been going on for quite a while now. All of those business trips you've been going on, they were really just you sneaking away with your girlfriend.
I can explain.
Save it. I don't want your pitiful explanations. Besides, it's not me that you need to explain yourself to. It's Juliet. She might only be 5 years old, but she's not stupid. She knows that her dad hasn't been around and that he's been very neglectful.
Wait, have you told her anything?
No, of course not. I'm not horrible like that. I'm not going to tell my 5-year-old daughter that her daddy is sleeping with another woman. But it doesn't matter anyway. She hardly knows who you are. When you missed her recital, she didn't even ask about you. That's how little you are involved in her life.
But where have you gone?
We've moved. You don't need to know where for now.
But that's not fair. You can't just leave like that. You especially can't just take Juliet like that without telling me where. I'll get the courts involved.
I've already got the courts involved.
Huh?
Yeah, I knew that even though you don't care about Juliet and you've not been in her life since, well, pretty much since she was born, you'd still try and take full custody of her just to spite me.
I wouldn't.
We both know you would. But it doesn't matter, because I've put together a lot of evidence from over the last few months, showing how you've not been bothered with your daughter at all. You don't spend any time with her, you hardly buy her anything, and let's face it, you never wanted her to begin with.
That's not true. I do spend time with her.
When was the last time you spent any time with her? Precisely.
Hang on, what about that time I took her to the zoo?
I took her to the zoo for her 3rd birthday. You met us there, spent 5 minutes walking around with us, and then left. I hardly count that as bonding.
Children this age never remember anything anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, glad to know you regret not spending time with your daughter.
I had more important things to do.
Like Vanessa?
That's not...
Whatever. I'm done with this conversation anyway. Oh, your boss is a lovely man though. After he realized what you've done, he'd offered to pay for a lovely little trip for me and Juliet to go on and spend some much needed time away together. Honestly, we're having a blast. We've not had this much fun in ages. And now that I don't have to worry about you or what you want, I feel so much more free. I'm honestly looking forward to what the rest of my life brings.
Hang on, you're the one who told my boss?
I didn't tell him anything. I asked if he could let you swap your business trip with someone else, and he told me that he hadn't sent anyone on any business trips. I figured the rest out for myself.
But why does he want to talk to me then?
Otis is very family-oriented. So when he knew that you were cheating on me and leaving your daughter just to have fun with another woman, he was very angry. Legally, he can't do anything about you betraying me, as it is a personal matter. However, fooling around with a coworker and making the workplace volatile is something that he can deal with, seeing as it's his company and all.
That's not fair. I wasn't hurting anyone.
Well, I would say that you're wrong, but I don't think even Juliet cares if you're not around.
Oh god, but what am I gonna do? I don't want to be fired.
Well, that's your problem now. Me and Juliet have some swimming to do. See ya.
No, wait!
After that whole revelation, I took Juliet and moved in with my parents until I was able to get my own apartment for me and Juliet. It was tough going, becoming a single mom and all, but it was for the best. Darren was never around anyway, and I was fed up of coming up with excuses for him to tell our daughter. Juliet seems to be taking the move well, and she's as happy as ever. I divorced Darren and gained full custody of our daughter. If Darren wants to be involved in her life, then I won't stop him. However, I won't let him just walk in and out at his own convenience. Juliet deserves someone to either be there for her properly, or they can stay away and not keep disappointing her. As she gets older, I'll also let her make her own mind up on what she wants to do. After all, he is her dad. As for Darren, the last I heard was that he wasn't fired from his job, but he was demoted and forced to split up with Vanessa as workplace relationships were frowned upon. He now lives all alone in a big empty house, and whilst he might think that it's the best thing to happen to him and that he's free to do what he wants again, I have a feeling that he'll soon come to see everything he's lost.